No more wasting time. You know the plan. Savati Dumas, the person you're gonna meet. Still no idea why Adler was in contact with her, but a lead's a lead.
We can't trust her. I doubt if Adler did. Hell, for all we know, she's part of this fucking Pantheon thing.
Who can we trust? Dumas agreed to meet Case in Avalon, so we're doing this.
Well. Look at you putting your big boy pants on. Shouldn't we find Adler before making this call?
Well, that's exactly why I'm going to Munich, to wine and dine your old friend.
Friend? Hardly. I can't stand the son of a bitch. But we need him. Sometimes you just gotta hold your nose.
If he's as good as you say he is, by the time Case gets back, we'll have located Adler.
If Livingston hasn't already stuffed him in a barrel.
Op details are up on the board, Case. I'm headed out, so hit me up soon if you need anything.
I've got a few ideas on how we can polish this turd of a Safehouse case. Let's talk when you have a minute. All right. What kind of life savings you got? No wonder you're still alive, Case. Always serving up the top sirloin of bullshit. I'm gonna cut to it. We can't do shit with this house, considering our money situation. This place might have been fine for Adler, but for a team, I'm thinking overhaul. An armory, place to train, gear bench, not to mention anything else we might end up needing. There's that won't be free, though. Marshall found a few grand stashed in one of the rooms upstairs. Other than that, we're starting fresh. No touching our own bank accounts either. Someone will be watching. When you're on a mission, look around for any cash lying around. You're gonna Robin Hood your way through this. Steal from the rich and give to the poor. That's me. We were following an old KGB trail and a single recording led us here. Seemed abandoned. When we asked our mole inside the KGB about it, he knew nothing. Belikov thought maybe it was some kind of splinter group, not sanctioned by the Central Committee. Whatever it was, it doesn't look like a red stepped foot in here since 1968. Yeah, I don't think he wanted to get others involved. Looks like he was working on a trust list. As far as I could tell, he didn't contact anyone. That's probably why Adler was talking to Dumas, keeping it outside of Langley. We're gonna do the same, at least for now. The board behind me is how we'll track our spending. Give it a look.
What's going on, man? Just what we found in Adler's files. An assassin, maybe 30 years old, came from one of Avalon's crime factions, the Guild. Appears she was raised through the Guild and then exiled or left, don't know. Whatever it is, Adler was interested, so I am too. Felix Newman's a former Stasi engineer and enforcer. Dude managed to crack the military branch of ARPANET a few years back, so I'm hoping he's got a sequel in him. So far, we've got nothing but Adler's homework. But he could be out of his mind. Whether he is or whether he isn't, those paramilitaries in Kuwait, they were the real deal. Well-armed, coordinated, motivated. Worried? Jane's smart. Once Langley knows we've skipped town, she'll make excuses for us as long as possible. Until then, comms are gonna put a target on our heads, so we'll wait for the time to be right, and then we'll regroup. Am I worried? No. Hell, man, I don't know. Seems hard to believe, but maybe I'm just naive. If Livingston's involved, he could have wanted Adler off the board, one way or the other. The man both loves and hates being told what to do. That's a tough motherfucker in there. Lost his legs in Panama, lost his best friend. Langley gave him a chance to help run ops, but between me and you, It's not in his blood. Man's a soldier. Killer. His current situation, maybe he feels like he's on the front line again. You got it. I'll see you back here on Thursday. Still haven't warmed up to that salve yet, but hey, at least we didn't get killed in our sleep. Newman's been cranking all night. Already got something. Come on.
All right, Newman. Care to share?
Please, call me Felix. We are all friends here.
Yeah, of course.
Russell Adler is in your Washington, D.C. black site. The subterranean one that went into operation almost 3 years ago.
DC Blackside.
There are blueprints as well. It is located underneath Capitol Station. I assume you're aware of this. I see. Well, it includes a small maximum security wing. That is where you'll find your prize.
We need a game plan. You in, right?
I wouldn't be sitting here if I wasn't.
I'll take that. Newman. Felix. I need to wait into that black site.
I'm still investigating vulnerabilities.
Good, man. Let me know when you got something, okay?
Ah, if you are looking for your camera, I'm afraid you've come to the right place. My apologies for not informing you in advance. Just a few modifications. Primarily, the addition of a miniaturized RF transmitter, and, of course, a more powerful battery. It won't last forever, but it should be sufficient for our purposes.
Is that my tape recorder?
Oh, this. Fortunately, it contains the exact electret condenser microphone I need. I found it in that pile over in the corner.
You mean my stuff?
Because, my friend, I do not intend to get these hands dirty during our trip abroad. I can, however, by means of this camera, provide an extra pair of eyes and ears. No. It is a work in progress. My reputation has preceded me. I can assure you, my journey has taken many unexpected and, dare I say, unpredictable turns. I am quite content without a gun in hand.
Sounds foolish to me.
A person with nothing to lose has nothing to protect. Oh, so many fascinating things. The information your agency keeps on foreign assets is remarkable. Take our own Savati Dumas, for example. Truly riveting material.
And I believe you have a flair for the dramatic. They have nothing on me. What did you find?
Perhaps some other time. Yes. You also quite the curiosity, aren't you? CIA assassination training. Ooh. No doubt. You and Miss Dumas will enjoy trading grim tales over coffee.
Maybe I underestimated you.
Now, if you don't mind, I must delay no further. Marshall expects a way into that black site, and I shall not disappoint.
Case. The guild took me in as a child, an orphan on the streets of Morocco. They became my family, and provided a vision for what I could become. A weapon. I was happy to protect them, to kill for them. Until one day they betrayed my trust. That was it. Someone died because of me. Undeservedly. That's all I feel like saying about that. Not many rumors in Avalon get past me. One involved this group you're after. Supposedly, the Pantheon is in bed with one of the factions, but I don't know who. Adler thought it might be the Guild, but that doesn't appear to be the case. Whoever it is, maybe it'll be clear in time. Yep. I really want to know where this old elevator goes. A liability? Seriously?
You'd never pass for Delta.
An interpreter, then. You don't even speak Arabic. Wasting my breath.
I'm not taking a vote here. Okay, you're staying back. I want you here with Felix and Woods.
Well, if you have this figured out, I'm not just going to sit around. I'm going out.
Let her go.
Moving on. Adler, you sure that's all the lie we told you? Before you executed him?
You're in my world now, Marshal. Gonna have to grow up fast.
I'm listening.
Alawi knew the Pantheon had a presence in Iraq. It's part of the technology exchange with Saddam Hussein. Pantheon gets covering facilities. Hussein gets access to an experimental weapon.
But Alawi didn't know what the weapon was?
No, only that they're calling it the Cradle.
The Cradle.
Cradle.
It's in Iraq right now.
Presumably. Alawi said it was in transit to a remote palace. Demonstrations taking place in a bunker underneath.
Hussein is a world-class collector of palaces. There are many on this map alone. Alawi was confident he knew the one.
Yes. This one.
Let's take a first-hand look then. We'll finalize plans soon and we'll ship out. Dismiss.
I'll take these.
Enjoy them. I brought them for you.
Figured. You don't usually smoke the shit brands.
Don't want you raising your standards.
Well, there's never been a better time to be cheap as hell.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I understand that in your own Adler-ass way you invited us to this place. Maybe you've got squatters' rights, but don't much care.
You got a point?
What I do care about, what I need you to understand is that this here is my team. You need us more than we need you, okay? We broke you out of that black site, and I just need an excuse to send you back. Bottom line, you're a stranger to me. All I got on you is your reputation, and it ain't all roses, Adler.
But you don't have to trust me, Marshal. But it might be best if you do, for you and your team.
I'll be the judge of that.
Ooh, a contest. So exciting. Should I get a ruler? By the way, Adler, I'm still waiting to get paid.
I had a little something stashed for you upstairs, but it seems I was robbed while on vacation.
Nah, you just loaned it to us. Forgot to tell yous all. Surprise.
I just think you and I should spend some quality time together. We should get plenty in Iraq.
My thoughts exactly.
Poor Savati. The nightlife around here is limited to owls and jackals.
Sup, Case? Adler expects everyone to Michael Jordan when he says jump, but I don't do no questions asked. Cat knows a lot more than he lets on. You've heard the rumors. Adler's a wildfire. Burns through whatever's in his way if he gets the job done. Thing is, I'm not dancing to that tune. We're putting an end to the Pantheon and getting out of this thing alive. Tell me about it. Woods is really maxing out his credit on this one. But he's got a hell of a large line of it. Figure in this line of work, you'll end up in all sorts of crosshairs. But the CIA's dedicated my life to our country, you know? I believed in its potential. Still do, despite everything. After Capital Station? Hell, I don't see the cavalry coming either. We're all there is. He spent the last year gunning for the old guard at Langley. Maybe he was the mole behind Panama, too. If it wasn't Adler, someone sure did a bang-up job making it look that way. I don't know, man. Can't say it all adds up. Later.
I've known Adler since Nam. Give it 20 years. He'll grow on you. Maybe you should be getting ready. Yeah. Maybe you should be getting ready.
Please excuse me, Case. Unlike others, I cannot step away at the moment.
So, here we are. I'm sure he is. And so are a lot of operatives up on the memorial wall. A big heart will weigh you down. I don't know if you had the pleasure of working with Jason Hudson. He was one of the casualties back in Panama. Just weeks before he died, he told me about a paramilitary group that may have infiltrated the CIA. Guess what they were called? Hudson seemed to believe they were homegrown, maybe transnational, but American-dominated. Most likely military and intelligence expats. The recruits seem Western-trained, English-speaking. They know how to think like us, which makes them especially dangerous. After Frank got out of Walter Reed, the news was that I put him in that chair. I was the one who compromised his Panama mission in '89, got Hudson and Mason killed, Woods injured. All bullshit. When I skipped town, I went silent on him, on everyone. Better he hate me than get caught in the net, but I guess it didn't matter in the end. So yeah, he did take a leap. He's loyal. Last March, someone produced documents showing encrypted transfers. From the drug lord Raul Menendez to my personal bank account. I got wind of it before Langley called me in from Morocco. Decided not to get on that plane. I'd been in contact with Alawi since the beginning of the year. He wanted a red carpet out of Iraq and was willing to talk for it. As a Minister of Defense, his value was high, and he knew it. After coalition forces attacked, well, his timeline changed. I was to meet him in Kuwait and supply passage through Europe. Seems I wasn't the only one who knew his plans. Great talk.
You've asked Harrow about this supposed research facility?
She's not picking up. Told her to look into Livingston.
You think something's happened to her?
If it has, it's my fault.
The weight of the world on your shoulders. We know the risks.
Yeah, well, this isn't exactly what I imagined.
Because it's not just about you.
How'd you feel about coming with me in case stateside?
I'd consider it.
Felix still in the kitchen.
Don't complain. We ate well while you were off wandering the desert.
He should be decrypting the disk Adler found. We need whatever's on it. Hey, Chef, you cracked that disk yet?
Patience, please. Cryptography is like preparing pufferfish. Rush through it and risk losing everything.
Okay.
Is he planning to serve us pufferfish?
Hey, you said no complaining.
I did, didn't I? Let me know when we're close to leaving.
Fuck me!
Yo, ask for help, man.
Fuck you too.
Fine, have fun.
Does it look like I'm having fun?
No, that's not what I meant. You got dealt a bad hand.
You're gonna get dealt bad hands, kid. With us, the stakes are high.
To be honest, I don't think I could have done it. Come back home after what happened in Panama. Trusted anyone again?
You keep believing in the ones who got your back, who go to battle for you. Adler was one of those. When those records turned up after Panama, the wire transfers to Adler from Raul Menendez, two-bit dope slinger, I smelled bullshit. Adler turn against his brothers for cash? Are you kidding me?
Those threads he loves, they ain't cheap now.
Listen, I know he can be a goddamn psychopath. I get it. But he's on our side. He just got his own way of doing things.
I don't know what the rules are anymore.
You're figuring it out, kid. Handling things, making calls. I just wish I was out there kicking ass with you. Kills me to be in this thing.
Hold on now, listen. You're essential, man. All right, chair or no chair. I know you can't get around the way you used to, but this is strong. Maybe you were Captain America before, and now you're like Professor X.
Who? Get out of my face, man. Not in the mood right now. Save it, Case. Nope. Not in the mood right now.
Hey, do me a favor and check on Felix, will you? We'll bust out of here soon. Everything's on the board when you're ready. Hit the board when you're ready to roll.
Case, need something before we go? What? Over the Iraq thing? Please. Not worth the energy. Contrary to Marshall's manly sensibilities, I could have helped. But you made it back alive, so... Oh, that's not fair. I need to generate revenue, Case. Taking down Avalon's crime factions isn't cheap. Don't get me wrong. You have a noble pursuit. But it isn't my fight. I'm not American. Don't have a misguided sense of patriotism like Marshall over there. Adler's only interested in whatever connections Avalon has to the Pantheon, if any. He could care less about my own mission, or anyone else's for that matter. Don't expect any bleeding heart behavior from him. A very long 10 miles down the mountain. To the nearest town. Rustic, you might call it. Place was depressing. But I hate having nothing to do, and I wasn't keen on being cooped up here with Woods. Stay strong.
I'm afraid I'll need a little more time. Unless you've come to help. Yet to be determined. I found these cookbooks in storage, but I'm afraid my Cyrillic skills are not as sharp as they once were. And I am working with ingredients that I could hunt and forage from the surrounding area. So, let's call it a stew, shall we? I see. Because I no longer desire to take a human life. You believe my heart bleeds for all creatures. It's an understandable assumption. However, these are very different circumstances. To hunt, is to be in symbiosis with nature. To take a life without due cause is parasitical. Society is a predatory structure. Those with power, whether legitimate or otherwise, prey on those without, and use thugs, uniformed as I once was, or otherwise, to enforce their rule. The Stasi, CIA, organized crime in Avalon, most assuredly Pantheon, all are institutions of oppression. I bloodied my hands, burdened my soul with complicity, and now I live in shame. Never again. I cannot say. I think that makes us a necessary evil. Perhaps this is why I prefer computer systems, ones and zeros. However, binary thinking is not conducive to modern existence. Social systems are complex webs. I think we can only navigate the gray and hope that history views us favorably. Whatever it contains is locked behind some rather impressive encryption. I was able to write a program to decrypt it. But the truth is, I am stumbling in the dark, at best. Not so much picking the lock as drilling through the tumblers. Considering where you found it, the logical assumption is that it holds data pertaining to a weaponized biological agent. Or pornography. Feel free to come by the kitchen later. Might need a test subject.
Need you! Grab the other end, will you? Good to see you up. I imagine that bender you were on is still taking a toll. And you know, learning that your friend is a huge bitch. At least you missed the house collapse last night. Right into the water. I don't know about you, but I might start sleeping outside. Let's drop them right here.
Somebody!
I don't want to bother Marshall.
So slow.
What? This again?
It's near the end of the video. Listen.
Okay.
Listen? I was able to isolate Gusev's audio, this moment in the background. Now.
Still waiting for B-24, a wire from Fucina.
B-24, a wire from Fucina.
Who the hell's Fucina?
I have no idea.
Not who. What? Fucina is the Casino Lutazzi. Only the Lutazzis and their business partners use that alias. Adler suspected an Avalon faction was connected with the Pantheon. Now we know.
Not bad. What about B-24?
I have done some work for the Lutazzis, regrettable yet profitable. I have a contact that might be willing to shed light on that.
What's help Felix connect the dots here? So have you two. We need a plan.
Marshall! Can I talk to you? You're unusually quiet.
Give me a hand with this.
Harrow meant that much to you?
We working or we talking?
Not trying to push. It's clear you're taking this pretty hard.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
Yes. I suppose I would. And did.
Don't.
What?
Don't act like you know how I'm feeling.
Your pain is your own, Marshall. But I'm no stranger to betrayal.
Yeah? How about when the person you trusted the most turns out to be a supervillain? How about that?
Tragedy is not a competition.
I don't want a pep talk right now.
I am trying to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
And you think that this is what I need right now?
I was once like you. Did what I was told. Trusted what the people in my life told me. Know what that got me?
A life of crime.
Loss. The only person real in my life. The only person who saw me. The real me. Gone. Forever. And I pulled the trigger.
Sav,
No, the rules have changed! But the game hasn't. Either accept defeat or take a stand.
Case. Beginning to think you're invincible.
We can't talk about it.
You still with me? Is Livingston a world-class asshole? Abso-fucking-lutely. But Harrow? She's unhinged. Not sure if I buy them being in the same league. Do I think it was Harrow? Don't know. Probably. Pantheon's got a war chest. Could be she traded me, Mason, and Hudson for a mountain of cash. Raul Menendez is swimming in drug money. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, he called. Said he won't be home in time for dinner. He's still searching for Gusev in Iraq. Every lead's a dead end so far. But quit ain't in Adler's vocabulary, so we'll see. Nah, kid's grown up a lot last couple weeks. This might feel like a nasty setback, but he'll pick himself back up. He's resilient. I got faith in that son of a bitch. Shit's getting heavy. Keep your chin up. Go make yourself useful. Case. Keep your chin up.
No one here believes you're contagious, Case. But a little more space, if you don't mind. I'm ignoring you. I'm ignoring you.
Been a day, huh, Case? The person you trust the most is the one most capable of hurting you. I do feel for Marshall. Years ago, I was involved with someone. His name was Pascal, another member of the guild. I had never met anyone like him. Someone who didn't take me at face value. He was convinced I wasn't a killer at heart. That I cared too much. And I believed him. I told guild leadership that I no longer wanted that life. They confided in me. They knew that Pascal was an operative from a rival family. He had infiltrated the guild to sow discord, take our secrets. They had the evidence. So they had me orchestrate his assassination. The most difficult thing I've ever done. Yes. But it probably won't shock you, Case, to learn what happened next. The whole thing was a lie. He was innocent. I fled the guild and vowed to myself that I would bring the whole house down. Pascal was right about one thing. I do care too much. But he also got something wrong. I am a killer. Irreversibly. Thanks for listening, Case.
I say, look, you know you're in D.C., not fucking Alaska, right?
Be quiet, quiet.
When in Rome, I suppose.
Case, Felix.
After you.
We'll get back to that. It's Adler. Say again?
Marshall. He's gone.
Elaborate?
The lab's empty. Goose have fled.
So we're fucked.
Not yet. One scientist was still inside with a canister in the cradle. Like the one we picked up at the palace.
And?
We had a stimulating conversation.
How stimulating.
It's a frame-up. Pantheon's activities will point right to Saddam Hussein. Goose is heading to the Kuwaiti airport as we speak.
Oh, that airport's in a war zone. Even if we head your way soon, can we reach it?
I have a CENTCOM connection in the area. Might be willing to help us.
Might. Huh. Well, if we leave within the hour, we'll make it by morning. Out. Ace, let's get ready. We'll get some shut-eye on the way.
You were impressive today. Finally, the legendary Felix Newman in action.
Yes.
What's on your mind?
I need to make a confession.
I'm the furthest thing from a priest, Felix, but speak your piece.
I'm deeply ashamed of my actions in the casino.
You take this non-violence thing seriously.
Quite. But then I saw Lutazzi thugs, beating a defenseless man mercilessly, a senseless act of power.
No one is innocent in that city.
Afterwards, when I encountered the guard outside the vault, I lost control. In my eyes, he transformed into the avatar of everything I now reject. So I punished him.
Good. It was probably less than what he deserved.
If I lose myself to this endeavor, I am no better than the very enemy we seek to stop, yeah?
Save your pity for the victims. You did what was needed to be done.
No. My reaction was catharsis and indulgence.
Harrow and the Pantheon won't be stopped with kind words and gentle attitudes.
There is always a choice, Savati.
Not always.
Perhaps a reevaluation of my priorities is in order. This team deserves my best efforts. Time to head inside, Case.
You hear back from Livingston?
No. But Felix sent him everything we know about Harrow and the Pantheon. Harrow might still have his ear. Or she doesn't. But he still doesn't trust us. Who fucking knows?
He's gotta be rattled either way.
Hey, what's going on? It's strange, man. Even if we clear our names, get out alive, don't think I can go back to the same life. This thing we got here, this group, it's good in its own fucked up way. No, but I haven't told anyone this yet. With Mason gone, I want to look after his boy, bring him up. I owe Mason that. And that kid, he's a good one. David. He's gonna amount to something someday. Maybe. I'm willing to give it a try, anyway. He'll need somebody. Yeah, man. Enjoy Kuwait.
Hey, I'll start packing up soon. My gut says he isn't, but I wouldn't bet the farm on it. Jane sure didn't try to protect him. Seemed fine keeping us on his trail. That bioweapon is strange. You were exposed, but obviously it wasn't as powerful as what they have now. My guess is that they're planning a spectacle of some kind. Something that'll scare the hell out of people. It's gonna be interesting. That's for sure.
They're wasting their time in there. She's not going to give anything up.
Just be patient.
Hey, we got a problem.
Harrow's still playing hard to get? Big surprise.
She had something embedded in her forearm, a device. Felix thinks it's a tracker of some kind.
They know where we are.
We should assume that.
Then let's get out of here. Take her someplace else.
No, we don't have time to relocate. We make our stand here. The Pantheon want her, they're gonna have to fight for her on our turf.
We need to get her to talk before that happens.
Doesn't sound like she's on a schedule.
Leave that to me. I've got something tucked away that'll help. I just need some time to prepare. You're okay with this, Marshal? Right?
Get on it. The rest of us will start fortifying the house.
If you got any unfinished business around here, now's the time to take care of it. Once we get started on Harrow, we're in it for the long haul.
We're almost ready. Obviously not well enough. When Harrow arrived at Langley, she held a lot of promise. Curiosity, intellect, ambition. I tried to guide her in those early years. Maybe I wasn't the right one for the job. Well, it certainly served her well in her career. She now holds the most sway in the Special Activities Division behind Livingston himself. Its official name is Phoenosaurazine, but MKUltra coined it Separation. I've had it for a while. Let's hope it doesn't have an expiration date. In most test subjects, it fragmented their psyche, a form of induced schizophrenia. We're gonna find the part of Harrow that's willing to talk to us. Don't ask. We should get started soon.